Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm a little bit hot, so I'm going to take that off. All right. So this morning I'm getting ready to make a portrait that is a gift for someone who is a colleague, not a colleague, a professional who has been helping me a lot. I'm going to cough. Please excuse me. Again, you've got me at dawn. I haven't even brushed my hair. I am awake. Barely. Okay. So one of the things I've realized through making, I've made a little map. I finally figured out how to do it, and I'm working on it for a couple of days, and I've made a map of my relationships, my family relationships, kind of like a family tree, except I've coded who's male, who's female, and where the relationship is ruptured, because there's a lot of ruptures in my family. And I realized that, I have ruptured relationships with nearly all of my father figures. And maybe that helps me understand why I was so deeply, deeply, deeply affected by my Uncle Bobby's passing away, because he was my last father figure. He really was. Oh, the grief is there. It's always there. You know, grief is one of those things that if you're in the throes of it, if you're in the depths of it, you can think of it like a still pool of water. And sometimes you're really in the middle of it, drowning, and you can't see the other side, and you can't see the bottom, and you reach your legs down and you can't touch the bottom, and you don't know how far it is. And if you can go even another minute, you know, without taking a breath of water, which will kill you, right? So I just, for me, grief is really like that. It's drowning in the despair of loss. It's really terrible. So I lost my Uncle Bobby, and he was so important to me because he kind of was my summer dad. Because in the summers, I would go with my mom to where she grew up and visit my grandfather. But my grandfather was my grandfather. He couldn't be my dad, right? Uncle Bobby was around, and he was young, like my dad was young. You know, he was young, he was playful, smoked a little too much weed. Anyway, he was just like, he was great. And he gave up that weed habit actually at some point, and he got sober. He was a member of Sobriety Clan. I'll call it Sobriety Clan. A bikers gang also, but not a bad one, like good guys. And kind of partial to tattoos, right, as you can see. So, and I have a few more on my back. I've got one up here, and I've got one in my low back, and I have two here. I don't know if you'll be able to see them in this light, but I have the white tattoo here, and these are to remember my grandparents. All right, like little angels telling me how to do things because they were wise. All right, so my grandfather passed away, my Bobby passed away, and of course my father is not passed away, but our relationship is ruptured. And I have a funny feeling that through this new portrait that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be activating some of those feelings, because I'm doing it of children for their father. And that father relationship is one that was very dear to me as a child. He was my favorite parent for a long time. But he was taken away from me at key moments in my childhood. So he had to go away, not of his choice, and not of my mother's choice. It was just circumstantial. He had to go away when I was about 3, from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, one of those. I'll look at the map, which includes some dates later to find out. And I was so angry to lose him. I was so angry. I couldn't sit with my feeling. I needed to step outside of it. So that's what I did. I started to psychologically split myself into 2 genders, a boy and a girl, to cope with the fact that I couldn't be with my father. I could not. So I took the boyness that was my relationship with him and I introjected it inside myself. And it brought me comfort. I used to play that I was multiple people, because it's hard to pretend by yourself. And I would try to project the actual images, like hallucinate real people, except I wasn't able to do that. But I had the idea that other people could do it, so why can't I, right? So I actually don't think other people can do that. Right now I'm scratching my back. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so I am able to scratch my back. And I have a little bug bite there. Look at that. Now you can see my other tattoo. Here, I'll just turn around. There we go. Okay, so, okay, now I'm cold. All right, I'm going to stop now. So this painting is going to awaken those feelings of ruptured relationships. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. I'm ready to dive in and I'm ready to heal. Okay, bye. I love you. I keep forgetting to say that. It's the most important thing. I should even start. Have a beautiful day. Pull that sweet air into your lungs. And know that you are loved.